It's 14 before 9. Welcome back. Now, Dudu Phele is a professional figure skater. A lot of people suffer from back pain, and it's also associated to a lack of stretching. So the benefits of stretching the body are endless, and most people are not aware how important stretching is. And most of us can't even touch our toes, and this is because of a lack of stretching over time. Now, Dudu joins us in studio to share more on the benefits of stretching. Good morning, Dudu.
Good morning.
Welcome to
Thank you so much.
Live.
I'm delighted to be here.
I really would love to know what are the benefits of stretching and how often should you do it?
Stretching should be done every single day. Now, the benefits of stretching are, most of the time we feel stiff. The main reason why we feel stiff is because there is a buildup of lactic acid in the muscle. Now, when you stretch, you are actually sending blood circulation to your muscles, which means more oxygen comes into your cells, and that helps your muscle to detoxify, which means it gets rid of the lactic acid. Then you get pain relief.
So what are the specific body parts that need constant stretching?
Well, I would say the lower back mainly, the shoulders and the legs, but specifically the shoulders, because we carry everything on the shoulders. When you have flexible shoulders, you are good, because when you have stress, you tend to walk like this without even being conscious of it. So you get stiff, and that gives you like tension on your neck. It can give you migraines and things like that. So stretching your shoulders is really important. That is why most of us in the world, in fact, actually all human beings, when we wake up in the morning, we go like, we do it unconsciously.
Right.
No one teaches you how to do that.
Sure.
Yeah, you just do it unconsciously. Your body's telling you that you need to recharge. You need to just stretch. So the shoulders are very important. But of course, you need to be stretching your entire body.
So you recommend that you do it in the morning when you wake up, or before you go to bed, or any time of the day?
In the morning, when you wake up, and throughout the day. We get people who work in the office and they sit on the desk for a very long time. And they're just there, and you get to, you get tight on your lower back. So it's good to just stand up, take like 5 minutes, just stretch around. And of course, there is a professional way of stretching, but if you're not a person who's attending a stretching class, you can just kind of like do your thing, just move around, just so you loosen the muscles,
Some may be wondering if this doesn't have to do with yoga. Is it yoga that we're talking about?
We do have yoga. Yoga and stretching are two different things, because when we do yoga, we include mind, body, and soul. So when we do stretching, just your normal regular stretching, you don't have to zone in and go into the zone of, mind, body, and soul.
So do you have any classes to educate people about the benefits of
stretching? I do.
I
hold classes. My studio is at number 7, 11th Street, Houghton, right inside Camelot Spa.
Okay, so is there a specific way? Because I would imagine if you hold classes, then it means there's a specific technique that people have to adopt and follow in order to do it the right way.
Absolutely. And of course, I hold beginners class, because not everybody is flexible. And just before I get into the routine of how you do it, there's a myth. Most people believe that you can only start stretching, or you can only be flexible at age 2, when you started doing it at age 2. You can start your stretching routine at any age. So I do beginners class. So we start with simple things. Like I said, we start with the shoulders, we move on to the neck, we go to the legs, and then over time, you can get really intense and just do flips and, like splits and things like that. So you start slowly building it up, going up with it.
Before or after meals?
It could be easier. Well, because I'm a contortionist and a figure skater, I normally do it on an empty stomach. It makes me feel better to do it on an empty stomach. But for a normal, regular person, it's okay if you've had a light meal. Nothing heavy, really. Just make sure you have something light, and then we can get on with it. Okay,
so it's never too late to start
It's never
stretching.
too late. No, not at all. Okay. Not at all. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm quite curious to know, the whole technique of stretching, if you want to show us.
Oh, absolutely. Now, today I'm going to be doing leg stretching. So I'm going to do back of the leg, and I'm also going to do the lower back. So for this, I require to sit down. Okay. So I'm going to just sit down here. So you sit on a yoga mat. You just open up your legs just to the max, really, just to the max. Every time before you begin any stretch, make sure you take a deep breath. Because when you oxygenate your body, it becomes that much easier to be flexible. So say, for example, I just throw myself on a stretch. I'll go like, So if I take a nice, lovely, deep breath and I go easy with it, it becomes a little bit easier. So for this stretch, we're stretching the back of the legs and the lower back. So you'll take a deep breath in, and then you just to the side, you hold on to your leg.
And you straighten your back, hey?
Sorry?
And you straighten your back.
You straighten your back. Make sure that your posture is nice and straight. So you will hold on to the side. You take another breath. You hold on to the side. You take another breath. And of course, you come to the middle. I know most people are up to here. It's not a problem at all. If you're up to here, trust me, with time, you'll be able to get down and just hold it like this. So this one is absolutely fantastic for runners, people who may be playing soccer, perhaps, you know, for the legs. This one is for the legs.
Okay.
But I have a popular one for the shoulders.
Yes.
This one, you sit like this and you hold your hands crisscross at the back, like so, and you move along and you hold your hands like that. Most of us are up to here. I know we are. We are like over here. If you're here, it's not a problem. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks, you will be right over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how often a day should we be doing this kind of exercises?
When you start, you can start doing this once a day. Like I said, we are building it up. You start once a day, going up, twice a day, and going, of course, you can do it maybe once or twice a week, but when you're already in the zone and you're already flexible, you can do it every single day. Stretching is absolutely vital.
So for starters, can you guarantee that we won't be getting any cramps afterwards?
I cannot guarantee that, but obviously with a lot of hard work there comes pain,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
a little bit of pain.
For
So
sure.
the harder you work, the more results you'll get. And I must say this, stretching is fantastic because it's anti-aging. If you are going to be stretching regularly, you will totally reverse your age. You will not use a stick when you are 80 years old, I can promise you, and it actually improves balance as well because it makes your lower back really, really strong. So it's really fantastic.
And that I can relate because, you know, the great feeling that you experience after waking up and stretching is so amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, by just doing this, you know, we all know. We all know.
Even
By
though it
just
may be
doing
for a
this in
short
the morning.
period, but that particular few seconds,
Yes, it's like, oh, that's
outstanding.
amazing. I feel great. Yeah. Even if you've been driving for a long time, you get out of your car and you're like, ooh, yes.
Right.
And it feels good after doing that. So stretching is absolutely fabulous.
And of course, if you can, take the steps and avoid the lifts.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Dudu, thank you, man, and all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
appreciated.
much.
Well, as it's just seen and heard, stretching is good for adults, kids, and elderly people. It's never too late to start stretching, actually. And if you can prevent us from turning stiff. We just spoke to Dudu Phele, a professional figure skater. It's 7 minutes before 9. Earlier in the show, remember that we ran a competition.